Milder conditions coming in today as we go through the forecast. More about that coming up for you when I return.
Right now this morning, the longest shutdown in U.S. history has officially ended. More info on how that could impact you up next.
And the Northside Library will close in June. The director says services won't disappear. More on how they'll keep serving the community. UW-La Crosse is helping small businesses fight cyber scams. More on the free program. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Thursday, November 13th. It is just about 6 a.m. Time to get up, everybody. We almost made it to Friday. One more day, 2 more days to get through. We'll send it over to Art. You've got some good news for us this morning over there.
Some good news to start for the afternoon, but this early morning for the kids going to school, not so much. We get into it. Yeah, milder conditions on the way today as we get into it, mild to near warm to near 60 degrees in your forecast. But the kids going to school this early morning, you see the lows in the teens to the 20s in the forecast. Fortunately, the winds are light right now, giving way to the wind chill. You're going to be seeing at least the 20s and, of course, the near 30s. You get right back down to Prairie du Chien. Holding on to the wind gusts, they're light, maybe up to 10 miles per hour, and that's about it. So that's quite fortunate. But we'll also see conditions to be like this, riding out of those 20s into the 30s. By the time we get in the afternoon, we're in the 50s with partly cloudy skies giving way to Eau Claire following suit. 20s, 30s, and the 50s coming into the noon hour for you with partly cloudy skies, giving way to high temperatures listed at least from 51 all the way up to about 59 degrees. So near 60 degrees, warming as we go along, above seasonal averages for most locations from the central portion all the way to the southern portion, with 60s on the way widespread for tomorrow, then gradually cooling into the cool, back into the conditions to be at least a little bit on the wetter side as we go into it, with a 30% chance of showers coming in for your Saturday for Eau Claire, and then possibly we'll see that come back again as we go right back into it with more showers potentially going into the early portion of next week. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. Well, after 43 days, the federal government is back open for business this morning after the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is in the studio with the latest for us. Seth.
Alexandra, last night, President Donald Trump signed a bill to end the shutdown, just a couple of hours after it was passed by the House. With the stroke of the president's pen, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history has ended.
It's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again.
President Trump pointed blame at congressional Democrats, though CBS polls show Americans put the onus on both parties.
Democrats in Congress shut down the government of the United States in an attempt to extort American taxpayers for hundreds of billions of dollars.
Hours earlier, the House passed the bill to fund the government through January 30th, giving federal workers back pay and reverse shutdown-related layoffs. The measure also included 3-year-long spending bills to fund multiple programs, including SNAP. 6 Democrats crossed party lines to vote yes. 2 Republicans voted no.
All this was utterly pointless and foolish.
House Speaker Mike Johnson hasn't committed to a vote on extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, the Democratic sticking point. House Democrats say they'll keep fighting.
We believe as Democrats that health care has to be a right, and a right that's affordable and available to every single American in the United States.
With the shutdown ended, federal workers could start to get back pay within days, but it could take some time for full food aid to be restored for 42 million Americans receiving SNAP benefits. Meanwhile, at the nation's airports, flight disruptions are expected to extend into the weekend. The White House's Council of Economic Advisors estimates that the shutdown cost the U.S. economy around $15 billion a week. In the studio, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for that, Seth. Some other headlines today. Civil rights leader Jesse Jackson is in the hospital. The 84-year-old is being observed for a neurodegenerative condition he was diagnosed with last year. He rose to prominence in the 60s, advocating for racial equity and voting rights. He worked closely with Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. A News 8 update now. La Crosse's Northside Library is officially closing, so what happens next? News 8's Grace Monk has some answers.
The library is set to close in June. Today we talked to officials about what this means for the library and how they plan to move forward. La Crosse's Northside Library will close its doors next year.
The library board elected between two options: to close the North Library in June of 2026.
For Northside residents, the news is devastating.
To close it down just Just feels like a big loss is going to be for this part of town.
It's just like they're taking another piece of history away from the North Side people.
Although the library isn't set to close until June, WASIC says they'll have to reduce their hours of operation.
It'll go down to 16 hours per week. I think we will probably do a 2 to 6, but that's something to still be discussed.
WASIC says the library will spend the next few months working on community outreach.
Libraries are not just buildings. They are services, they are people, they are resources, and they are connection. And we can do those things effectively outside of our building.
A top concern for Northside residents is losing access to the library's internet and computers. According to WASIC, they're working on a plan to address that.
We have traveling laptops, we have hotspots. We're able to bring some of those tools and technology to different locations.
Once the Northside location is closed, WASIC says the city will decide what happens to the building. In a statement to News 8 Now, a spokesperson for Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey said, quote, plans are made and announced during regular planning meetings and will include opportunities for public input, as was the case with the Southside Library closing. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
And Eau Claire passing its wheel tax, the city council voting 7-3 to hike the fee to $50. That doubles the previous tax. The move helps the city's budget shortfall. The new wheel tax will be in place until December 2028. Cyber scams are getting more advanced, and experts say small businesses are becoming bigger targets. News 8 Now's JDS McGee reports on a UWL program helping in the effort.
Cyber scams are getting more common, and with new technology advancing quickly, many small businesses are trying to keep up with the digital world.
The businesses are just doing more online, and as you do more online, you have to take additional measures to protect your business, protect your customers, protect your information, protect their information.
The UWL Small Business Development Center says more owners are reaching out for help, not just with planning, but keeping their digital information protected.
They ensure that they also help you with your business plan and ensure that your data is secure, because with any business, you're going to be helping customers.
The SBDC says cybersecurity is one of the top issues they're hearing about. And for tax professionals, the stakes feel even higher as they're dealing with some of the most confidential information available.
We're working with taxpayers' Social Security numbers, tax forms, Social Security cards. So data breach from any of that would just be a major loss, a downfall, and damage to the reputation of the business.
Despite all the risks, SBDC leaders say technology can still help businesses as long as owners understand what comes with it.
I think just like all things, technology can be create a lot of good for businesses. We don't really want to shy away from it because we know that it can be a good thing for business. But at the same time, we do have to learn new things. We have to become educated about where the risks are and then connect with the resources.
If businesses want to help, or they want the help, the SBDC offers free consultations. The time now is 6:06. Still ahead on your morning news. Starbucks Red Cup Day could be disrupted by a union strike. Target cuts prices on 3,000 items for the holidays, and a Supreme Court case could impact your wallet. And the shutdown is ending, but the consequences aren't. Why your health insurance could cost more, and when SNAP benefits return. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. A new study shows bumblebees can tell time. Researchers found bumblebees can measure how long a light flashes and use that to find food. It is the first evidence that insects can process time like humans and birds. And as you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with a view, a beautiful view this morning. Sun coming up over Baltimore, Maryland, of course, the most populous city in Maryland and the birthplace of Babe Ruth. Looking wonderful there this morning. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is next.
Looking for extraordinary savings on fine jewelry? Visit House Diamond Jewelers in downtown La Crosse. Save up to 70% off diamonds, gemstones, and gold jewelry during this limited time event. Inventory is going fast. When it's gone, it's gone. Hurry into House Diamond Jewelers today.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need. Get truckloads of savings on items for everyone in your household. We have it all, from big to small and everything in between. Gorilla tapes, glues, and sealants are perfect for jobs around the house, indoors and out. Grab a tube of waterproof caulk and seal for just $7.47 after 11% rebate.
Save big money More joy, more style, and more savings. That's what you'll find at King Furniture this holiday season. With our incredible stock of inventory, you can always find whatever you need ready for free delivery. And if it's a custom look you want, we have you covered. Shop our selection of England sofas and sectionals and choose from thousands of fabrics and leathers. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. And we'll haul away the old for free. There's no better time to shop at King Furniture.
It's Hy-Vee's one-day sale, Friday, November 14th. Hy-Vee eggs, just $1.48. Pork chops, just 77 cents. Avocados, just 48 cents each. Hy-Vee canned tomatoes or tomato sauce, just 49 cents. Sara Lee honey wheat bread, just $1.99. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save in-store and online, one day only. Friday, November 14th, only at Hy-Vee.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR with an average finance savings of over $4,600 on this Sierra 1500 model. We are professional grade.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Looking for extraordinary savings on fine jewelry? Visit House Diamond Jewelers in downtown La Crosse. Save up to 70% off diamonds, gemstones, and gold jewelry during this limited time event. Inventory is going fast. When it's gone, it's gone. Hurry in to House Diamond Jewelers today.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Wisconsin public schools are approaching a fiscal cliff, and state lawmakers are working quickly to put a possible solution on the table. We're joined this morning by News 8 Now's Ken Kozarowski to learn more about this effort. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Alexandra.
So tell us a little bit about this problem that lawmakers are trying to solve. What's going on?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. The state, the money that they have for public schools is essentially based on enrollment. The more students you have, the more the equalization formula at the state level will send more money your way. But for decades now, Wisconsin has seen its student population go down dramatically. 53,000 fewer kids in just the last decade. It's supposed to hit 200,000 by the year 2050. So if you have less students coming in, there's less money for each individual school district to keep operations going the way people expect them to go. So Republicans in the state legislature this week have put a package together that would essentially, instead of trying to address getting enrollment back up or trying to solve, the birth rate magically, which they can't do, their solution instead would be to incentivize public schools, especially the smaller ones in our state, to consider consolidating or merging together so that they reduce the amount of school districts that are out there. Wisconsin has about 421 school districts in the state. That ranks about 15th nationally, but the state is 43rd, 44th in enrollment numbers. So the idea is that Wisconsin now has too many school districts for the amount of students that are out there.
Okay, so consolidation is kind of something we're seeing, kind of a buzzword on a lot of our ballots and stuff. What has the feedback been so far?
So far, it's positive. There have been school board associations and administrators who are on board with the idea of having incentives for this kind of consolidation process because it is very labor intensive. It's time consuming for sure, and it actually costs a lot of money for students or for schools rather, to figure out this process and make sure it's as seamless as possible. So there's different incentives that each of the bills will kind of advocate. The idea is to have all of them kind of pass, but it could come down to maybe a few of them getting passage through the legislature. But administrators like the idea of having those financial incentives to make that process easier for them because it has been a buzzword and kind of a boogeyman. People think of consolidation, they think of buildings closing down and school districts failing. And many are trying to view this as a potential lifeline to just make things more efficient for the school districts that would come out of those consolidations and make the experiences for the kids who are in those districts a little bit more enriching. Maybe some more AP classes come out of potential consolidated districts, or ACT scores go up, because statistics usually show that the higher enrollment numbers in a building, the better the ACT scores. So it's all in service of trying to make the school experience better for those kids.
Okay.
But it's moving past the idea that for decades consolidation was like,
Scary
you don't
word.
you don't consider that at all. So
Right.
this is very new. At least these bills are very new. They just got a public hearing this week. They're trying to fast track it. We will see how the legislature moves on this, but it could be in a couple of years these school districts might have some more official incentives to speed that process along.
Okay, all right, a lot to unpack there
Yeah.
tonight. You'll do that for us at 6, so we'll be looking for that. Thanks
Absolutely.
for being here.
Thanks, Alexandra.
No problem. In our consumer news, today is Starbucks Red Cup Day, but a strike could disrupt that. Union members voted to strike unless a contract agreement is reached. Workers in at least 25 cities are planning to walk off the job. If you do order a holiday beverage, if you're able to at an open location, you will get a free reusable Red Cup today. Target is cutting prices, it says, on 3,000 items for the holidays. Yeah, prices are kind of high there, aren't they? Starting this month, you'll pay less, they say, for food, beverage, and essentials like ham, apples, pie crust, and cold medicine. Target's Thanksgiving meal deal is also back. They say the price cuts will continue through December. The Supreme Court will hear a major case in January that could affect your wallet. On January 21st, the court hears arguments over whether President Trump can fire a Federal Reserve governor. The outcome could impact the independence of an agency that controls interest rates and the U.S. economy. Decisions expected by June. The federal government is open again today. That is after the House passed a stopgap funding bill last night, which the president signed shortly after that. While Washington may feel far away, the ramifications are hitting close to home. Amy Kiley with those details.
The reopening of the government is having real-world impacts on Americans today. More services are becoming available again with the return of furloughed federal employees. They're set to get back pay, and some experts predict an economic rebound.
Even though it gets made up in the measured GDP data, the real human impact is never fully recovered.
For people on Obamacare, the reopening could mean their health insurance costs will more than double. The bill does not guarantee an extension of expiring subsidies. Democrats vow to keep fighting.
Either Republicans finally decide to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits this year, or the American people will throw Republicans out of their jobs next year.
The House Speaker says he wants program reforms first.
I'm not going to guarantee a vote on ACA unreformed COVID-era subsidies that is just a boondoggle to insurance companies and robs the taxpayer. We got a lot of work to do on that.
It's unclear when flight schedules will return to normal, but SNAP benefits should be available again soon.
Food should not be up for a bargain. Everyone should have the right to eat.
For many programs, the bill provides funding through January. The president is urging Senate Republicans to reduce Democrats' power in the chamber before then.
If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Let's look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art. He's got an update on our forecast.
All right, let's look at what's going to happen today. We're going to hold on to milder conditions in the forecast. In fact, we're going to start off on the chillier side this early morning, though, holding on to some teens and 20s in the forecast. That's what it'll feel like on your skin. But we're looking at maybe some 20s and some 30s in the forecast this early morning, giving way to 28 as you get into Eau Claire. 28, it feels like Eau Claire because the winds are light. You can see not much movement going on with that flag right there. We'll hold on to no fog is happening right now, but we do have a few high clouds drifting by. Fair skies currently lifting out to what we can see here coming from the west, holding on to more moisture coming out from the forecast there, and eventually that's going to start to push up towards Canada, as well as portions of the west coast all the way up to the north, and then getting into the mountains, and eventually that's going to split off and start working towards the areas by the central plains, and that's going to bring in some more rainfall, possibly coming into the beginning of next week and to the middle portion of next week as well. For now, holding on to milder conditions, as you can see here, near to above seasonal average temperatures, where temperatures will be near 60 degrees. Prairie du Chien hits around 58 degrees today, 54 for for La Crosse, 52 as you get into Ladysmith and Eau Claire. We'll hold on to 53 degrees today. Holding on to the possibility of, again, a few clouds drifting through the area for the early morning hours, keeping us at least partly to mostly cloudy skies, giving way to sunshine going into your afternoon. That will continue on, giving us that southerly wind coming into the forecast as well. That's why we're gradually warming you up into the 50s widespread. And then we get into the 5 o'clock hour, you see a few clouds coming through and they get out of the way with the winds kind of shifting a tad bit. We'll see those winds continue to go all the way through to be lighter for today. And eventually, by the time we get into the nighttime, by 9 o'clock hour, going into the midnight hour, a few more clouds come back again. By the sunrise time for tomorrow, clearing skies, temperatures in the 20s to the low to middle 30s in your forecast there. We'll also see again as chilly conditions in the early morning give way to 50s coming back in for the afternoon. By the noon hour, you'll see widespread 50s there. And then eventually, as we carry over all the way to the 5 o'clock hour, we're in the 50s to the 60s. So that means we're pretty much in the 60s pretty much through the afternoon, giving way to that Friday, looking to be our warmest day. Then holding on to Friday night, we have breezy and gusty winds coming out of the southwest. They will continue to move all the way through your Saturday. And with that, Saturday will be breezy. Of course, there will be some sunshine from time to time, holding on to high pressure building as well, but temperatures will start to gradually cool. In fact, the lows for tomorrow, we're holding on to 20s and 30s as I showed you before. Those 30s will get out of the way, and eventually we'll get into how this all plays out for your Saturday. Highs will be mostly in the 50s, 60s in the forecast for you as you get into it there. And of course, by the time we get into it with sunny skies there, highs for Friday, once again, I'm going to flip back to you. We're going to hold on to 60s widespread in the forecast there. So look at that. That's a 63 for La Crosse, 61 for Eau Claire, and then 68 as we get into areas by Prairie du Chien. Holding on to the possibility of, again, 50s, 60s, then 50s back again for Saturday, seasonal average temperatures. Then we get into cooler conditions for your Sunday with the possibility of nighttime rainfall coming in for Sunday, going to a 20% chance for Monday. We'll also see the possibility of, again, showers turning into rain and snow as we go into Tuesday night. That's a 40% chance turning into maybe some showers coming in again for Wednesday night. Then eventually by Thursday, we'll see some more showers pop in the forecast all through the day and into the nighttime as well. That's a look at your forecast. Alexandra, back to you.
Thank you, Art. High blood pressure in kids has doubled in 20 years. It could be what they're eating. How to lower your child's risk next. Lung cancer is rising in non-smokers of all ages. We'll tell you why it's happening in 10 minutes.
Coming up at the Blitz, one of the most fulfilling days on the calendar yesterday as area athletes put pen to paper, signaling their national letter of intent. Hear from a few of them coming up next.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers is $21 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Declining school enrollments often bring the worry of closures or another referendum. But there may be an alternative. Thursday at 6, a look at new legislation that could be a lifeline for struggling schools. Thursday at 6 on News 8. News 8 Now, Sports.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, yesterday was a day that every high school athlete dreams of, signing their letter of intent to compete in college athletics. And we'll start with one standout performer who has her sights set on the Big Ten Conference after graduation. Toma's senior Anna Wall committing to play softball for the University of Wisconsin-Madison in September of next year, and she made her decision official yesterday at Toma High School. It's a day that she says is truly a dream come true.
I've always wanted to go to Madison. I never knew that softball was gonna be in the picture until honestly last couple years. And I still then was unsure. But yeah, obviously when I got the call last year, I knew right away, I want to go here. This is my place. I want to be there.
In her 3 seasons on the diamond, Anna has already cemented a few spots in the Toma softball record books, and with her final season a few months away, safe to say she could be considered one of the best to ever do it for the Timberwolves. And from one elite pitcher in the circle to another, Josie Brutus is going to put pen to paper, signaling her commitment to Winona State yesterday. The Warriors getting a 3-time first-team all-conference performer and 2-time pitcher of the year. She says there was no shortage of emotions felt on such a special day.
You know, there's a lot of them. There's excitement, nervous, obviously, but I'm really looking forward to this next chapter with my new team and my new teammates. It's a really surreal feeling. Doesn't feel real yet, but I'm really excited.
Also at West Salem High School yesterday, Tyson Labus signing his national letter of intent to play basketball for UW Superior next year. He was joined by friends and family and will look to be a major part of a team coming off a sectional final appearance last season. Not only was it her birthday, but Westby speedster Lizzie Curtis also making things official for her next move yesterday, as she'll be running track and cross country at Division I St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota. The entire school was there to support her, and it's something Curtis does not take lightly.
That means the world to me, really. I really believe in inspiring the younger students and especially the underclassmen, and I really want to show them that this could be them someday, and I want to show them that they can believe in their dreams and they can reach that with really hard work and grit, and they could be anyone.
Curtis said she knew immediately that St. Thomas was the place for her because of the family atmosphere she felt when she toured. Also, Sammy Davis of Aquinas linking her name to play at Bradley next year for basketball. All right, that'll do it for this Thursday edition of your News 8 Morning Blitz. Hope to see you back here later tonight.
Hi, my name's Levi, and this is Maxwell Whitewater Conditioning Tip 79. Chlorine in city water can cause dry skin and bad taste or odor. If you notice these issues, call us today at 608-781-8088.
Experience the thrill of gaming at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin. Whether you're a slots enthusiast or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Enjoy delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more memories and adventure to your visit at any one of our 6 locations. And coming soon to Beloit. More of our amazing gaming options, amenities, and outstanding service you can count on. Find your fun today at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin.
We have that at Sweet Valley Artisans in Coon Valley.
Hi, do you have a red Norwegian sweater?
We have that.
Perfect.
There's no way they have floral bell bottoms here.
Yep, we have that.
Jams, mixes. I wonder if they have eggs.
We have that.
I'm looking for something a little unique.
Yep, we have that.
Hunt for your next piece in our newly remodeled artisan shop now. Stop in and find your treasure today.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Seal and Scarpaland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
You came prepared to take on the pressure. We came prepared to give you none of that, just more out of buying a car. At Maury's West Salem Kia, you get our best price up front. No scripts, no side eyes, no 4-hour negotiations. Maury's sales team doesn't work on commission, so you get more help, less hassle. Need service? With Maury's, you get honest work done right. We even do more for our community. Get more with Maury's West Salem Kia. Visit Maury'sWestSalemKia.com.
The Flex Steel Z-Cliner, the recliner that works hard while you rest. Now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Built using a patented blue steel spring with quality craftsmanship and convenient power options with innovative features that add functionality, luxury, and ease. The Z-Cliner is designed for rest and relaxation, for peaceful sleep, for long-lasting comfort you can feel and feel good about. Z-Cliner from Flex Steel, on sale now. Stop in to try it for yourself at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 48. Hard water causes scale buildup, dry skin, and stained laundry. If you see these signs, call us at 608-781-8088.
Milder to near seasonal average temperatures warming as we go right back into your today's forecast. And then tomorrow we're going to see widespread 60s. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now this morning, the longest shutdown in U.S. history is officially over. More info on how that could affect you up next.
The Northside Library closing in June, but the library director says services won't disappear. We'll tell you how they'll keep serving the community. And if you're looking for unique holiday gifts, the Mistletoe Market is coming to Fox Hollow. More on what you'll find. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Thursday, November 13th, it is 6:30 a.m. Good morning to you all. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett in the Weather Center, tracking some milder temperatures, although we may not feel it quite yet.
Not yet, not to start this early morning, but by the afternoon, yes, you will.
Yay.
We'll get into it here. And eventually, you'll see those temperatures widespread into the 50s this early, getting into the latter portion of the day. Finishing out today, holding on to at least this happening for us. We'll get into the 60s for tomorrow, though. But right now, the kids going to school this early morning, it feels, or at least it's in the 20s and the 30s right now, holding on to the possibility of some teens as well as you get closer to some of our cooler spots like Sparta and Black River Falls. It will feel like you're in the 20s, the low 20s to at least the upper 20s for the kids going to school this early morning, giving way to weaker winds. They're only up to about 10 miles per hour, gusting in some cases, if that at all. Hold on to some increasing clouds gradually from mostly sunny to at least partly cloudy skies leading into your afternoon. And in fact, we'll even see temperatures reaching into at least some above seasonal average conditions once we get into the afternoon. That'll be helpful. Holding on to Eau Claire, similar conditions as well from the 30s, picking up to at least 52 degrees with mostly cloudy skies leaning into your afternoon as you get into the 1 o'clock hour. High temperatures, though, widespread in the 50s, as I mentioned before. And as we get into the forecast, I'll have more about this coming up for you with those widespread 60s for tomorrow. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. Well, after 43 days, the federal government is back open this morning after enduring the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is here with the latest for us. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. Last night, President Donald Trump signed a bill to end the shutdown, just a couple of hours after it was passed by the House. With the stroke of the president's pen, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history has ended.
It's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again.
President Trump pointed blame at congressional Democrats, though CBS polls show Americans put the onus on both parties.
Democrats in Congress shut down the government of the United States in an attempt to extort American taxpayers for hundreds of billions of dollars.
Hours earlier, the House passed the bill to fund the government through January 30th, giving federal workers back pay and reverse shutdown-related layoffs. The measure also included 3-year-long spending bills to fund multiple programs, including SNAP. 6 Democrats crossed party lines to vote yes. 2 Republicans voted no.
All this was utterly pointless and foolish.
House Speaker Mike Johnson hasn't committed to a vote on extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, the Democratic sticking point. House Democrats say they'll keep fighting.
We believe as Democrats that health care has to be a right, and a right that's affordable and available to every single American in the United States.
With the shutdown ended, federal workers could start to get back pay within days, but it could take some time for full food aid to be restored for 42 million Americans receiving SNAP benefits. Meanwhile, at the nation's airports, flight disruptions are expected to extend into the weekend. The White House's Council of Economic Advisors estimates that the shutdown cost the U.S. economy around $15 billion a week. In the studio, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, Seth, thank you. Other headlines to get to today. Civil rights leader Jesse Jackson is in the hospital. The 84-year-old is being observed for a neurodegenerative condition he was diagnosed with last year. He rose to prominence in the 60s, advocating for racial equity and voting rights. He worked closely with Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. A News 8 update now. The North Community Library in La Crosse will close in June after the library board voted to shut it down. That decision comes after facing a $175,000 budget reduction. The library will reduce hours before the June closure. Officials say they'll explore options to bring services to the north side after the building closes.
Libraries are not just buildings, they are services, they are people, they are resources, and they are connection. And we can do those things effectively outside of our building.
The city will decide the building's future once the location closes. And Eau Claire passing its wheel tax. The city council voting 7-3 to hike the fee to $50. That doubles the previous tax. The move helps the city's budget shortfall. It'll stay in place till December 2028. Cyber scams are getting more advanced, and experts say small businesses are becoming targets. News 8 Now's JDS McGee reports on a UWL program aiming to help.
Cyber scams are getting more common, and with new technology advancing quickly, many small businesses are trying to keep up with the digital world.
The businesses are just doing more online, and as you do more online, you have to take additional measures to protect your business, protect your customers, protect your information, protect their information.
The UWL Small Business Development Center says more owners are reaching out for help, not just with planning, but keeping their digital information protected.
They ensure that they also help you with your business plan and ensure that your data is secure, because with any business, you're going to be helping customers.
The SBDC says cybersecurity is one of the top issues they're hearing about. And for tax professionals, the stakes feel even higher as they're dealing with some of the most confidential information available.
We're working with taxpayers' Social Security numbers, tax forms, Social Security cards. So data breach from any of that would just be a major loss, a downfall, and damage to the reputation of the business.
Despite all the risks, SBDC leaders say technology can still help businesses as long as owners understand what comes with it.
I think just like all things, technology can be create a lot of good for businesses. We don't really want to shy away from it because we know that it can be a good thing for business. But at the same time, we do have to learn new things. We have to become educated about where the risks are and then connect with the resources.
If businesses want help, the SBDC offers free consultations. In our medical news today, high blood pressure in children has nearly doubled over the past 20 years. A new study found rates rose from 3% in 2000 to 6% by 2020. Doctors say kids with high blood pressure are at greater risk of heart disease later in life. Experts blame high sodium, ultra-processed foods, and sedentary lifestyles. Weight loss drugs like Ozempic could help colon cancer patients live longer. UC San Diego researchers found colon cancer patients taking GLP-1 drugs were less than half as likely to die within 5 years. The biggest benefit was for patients with a very high body mass index. Someone is diagnosed with lung cancer every 2 minutes in the U.S., and up to 20% have never smoked. Mandy Gaither has more on what's behind the disturbing trend.
Christy Hooveris has conquered Mount Kilimanjaro, is 36 years old, lives an active life, doesn't smoke, and is in the prime of her life with a husband and 2 young children. So you can imagine her shock when 4 months ago she was diagnosed with lung cancer.
This is a joke, right? Like, I don't have lung cancer. There's no way.
Hooveris says even the doctors didn't believe it, but after feeling chest pain, multiple tests were ordered, and she says a mass was detected in her upper right lobe.
When I got the PET scan done, that spot lit up like a Christmas tree.
Unfortunately, the face of lung cancer is changing.
Dr. Ioana Bayou with the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center says right now only people ages 50 to 80 with a smoking history are recommended to be screened for lung cancer, but the disease can be caused by several factors, including environmental exposures to things like radon, asbestos, and air pollution. Genetics, having a family history, or certain gene mutations also raises the risk, as does breathing in secondhand smoke.
As a patient, you know your body better than anybody else, and so you deserve a thorough investigation if you have any symptoms that you're concerned about.
Through surgery, Bayou was able to remove all of Hooverus's cancer and part of her lung. And since the disease was detected early, she didn't need chemotherapy, immunotherapy, or radiation.
I'm at full recovery. I'm back to picking up my kids and doing all the fun stuff.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Don is 88. He loves his family and his grandkids, and they want him to know that they love him too.
Happy birthday, Don. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Coming up, the Mistletoe Market returns next weekend with handmade holiday gifts from local artisans. We'll have those details next.
At Ashley's Black Friday event, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide on your entire purchase. Or buy now and pay later with 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, our price match guarantee means you'll always get the best deal. Going on now.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our Renewal by Andersen windows and doors combine quality craftsmanship and cutting-edge innovation, are skillfully installed by our team and backed by industry-leading transferable warranties. For a limited time, take advantage of 24-month interest-free financing and pay nothing until 2028 on your windows and doors. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in Chevrolet.
Get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 pickups. That's $6,873 total value on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance.
You have Aunt Pam's dried turkey every Thanksgiving. But don't forget, Arby's juicy deep-fried turkey gobbler stuffed with Thanksgiving sides is here all November. Your move, Aunt Pam. Arby's, we have the meats.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control. It's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
When you come into the EPSA program, this is a group of people who have that desire, that passion to help and develop people's lives and help them get ready to not be just job seekers, but be job ready.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Like men's work and sport thermal base layers, starting at just $14.99. Get $30 in Carhartt bucks for $125 spent on Carhartt gear. Plus, rewards members get 10% off their entire purchase and early Black Friday deals during our private shopping night this Sunday starting at 5 p.m. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Welcome to Ashley's biggest sale of the year. During the Black Friday event, shop trending hot buys starting at just $199. Or take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months. The Ashley Black Friday event, going on now.
Well, good morning to you and welcome back as we get into your local forecast. Near to above seasonal average temperatures are happening this afternoon. We're talking widespread 50s in your forecast. Giving way to this, though, highs for Thursday, we're looking at temperatures from 52 to about 58 degrees. So we continue to warm as we go closer to the end of the work week and into portions of your weekend. We'll have a few high clouds drifting by. You can see an area of low pressure is going to start to work a little bit closer to us as well, giving way to at least some sunshine to hold on to the better part of the day today, as well as southerly winds working in the forecast. We'll hold on to 45 degrees as we go into the afternoon to up to at least say 50 degrees. Then eventually we're going to see these temperatures go up to about 5 o'clock. We're looking at temperatures to get back into the 40s. So that means today we're going to be widespread in the 50s for your forecast, and then we cooled it on down going into the evening commute. And then on we go into the 9 o'clock hour. You're going to be seeing more clouds come back again. We'll hold on to at least partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies and open up the skies as we go into the early morning for tomorrow. For sunrise, 6 a.m., we're looking at temperatures back in the 20s and the low to middle 30s. So yeah, a little bit on the cooler side, the chilly side for the early morning, but by the time we get in the afternoon, we'll see temperatures working into at least 52 to about, say, 61 degrees. Eventually, they'll pick up again, going back into the afternoon to the evening hours. We're going to see widespread 60s, but by the time we finish that out, holding on, we're going to see, by the time you get to the evening commute, you're going to be seeing 50s back in the forecast to near 60 degrees. Clouds will increase. We'll get into Friday with breezy and gusty winds for the nighttime. Going into the overnight by midnight, those winds will continue to be out of the southwest, though. Holding on to highs for Friday, you'll see some 60s widespread up to near 70 degrees. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could stay like that all the time. Holding on to increasing temperatures as we go right back into from the south all the way back up to the north. That's going to keep us much warmer as we finish out the next couple of days. In fact, we'll be well above seasonal average temperatures and warmer conditions. You can see this heat building up all the way into the end of the day and then finishing out as we go back into it with warmer temperatures still leaning into our region. We'll also get back into how this all shapes up as we go to the next few days. We'll hold on to the possibility of, again, lows for tomorrow, 20s, then the 30s, middle 30s in the forecast, chilly conditions with light winds. Then we'll hold on to the possibility as we go right back into tomorrow. Temperatures go to the 30s to the 40s, picking up again with sunnier skies in the day with 60s widespread there for Eau Claire and La Crosse. We'll see similar conditions as well as you get into the low 60s in the forecast to finish out. Holding on to Saturday's highs, mostly in the 50s to the low 60s, so we'll still keep you warm, but it'll be breezy. We'll go into Sunday's lows where we're back in the chill, holding on to 20s, and of course the low to the middle 30s, or I should say the low 30s by freezing mark. You can see that there. So it'll be colder in the morning, giving way to folks going to service in the morning, and then eventually by the daytime, the highs will hold on to 40s and to around 50 degrees. We'll pick up the highs as you go into the next few days, holding on to 50s and the low 60s with decreasing temperatures gradually and back into seasonal by Saturday going into your Sunday, where it's going to be much cooler. And then we have some nighttime showers possibly coming in for your Monday. It's a low chance again, picking up as we go into Tuesday, though. That'll carry over into Tuesday, going into more showers possibly as we go into the afternoon. And then eventually by Wednesday night, we can see more showers returning back in the forecast, with that returning again for Thursday as a 30% chance in your forecast. So get out and enjoy it if you can, and have a wonderful rest of the week.
Thank you, Art. New this morning, the market on the Mississippi's Mistletoe Market returns to La Crosse next weekend, bringing unique handmade holiday gifts from local artisans. We are joined by some of the hosts, the hostesses with the mostesses this morning. Good morning, ladies. Looking very fabulous.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit, what can shoppers expect this year?
Well, first and foremost, it will be the kickoff to having Christmas spirit.
Yes.
We'll have over 50 local vendors and some from a little outside of this area. We'll also have a heated tent this year in order to just increase the amount of vendors that we have.
Okay.
So that'll be decorated to the max. Christmas music, we have some signature cocktails, gingerbread martini, and a Mary Margarita.
Nice.
So
Sounds
super
great.
fun stuff,
Yeah.
and just be prepared to shop for Christmas for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned vendors, but you're talking about vendors from all over the Midwest. So what kind of items are we talking about?
So people can find tons of baked goods, jewelry, lip gloss, skincare, clothing. We have candles, literally something for everyone of all ages.
Okay, good. So you can kind of hopefully do one-stop shopping if you need.
Absolutely. For sure.
Knock out that list. Okay, and so this is one of 3 markets you do every year. What makes the holiday market so special?
Yeah, as Natasha was saying, it just really starts the kickoff to a Christmas atmosphere. We're taking food donations, so we'll be bringing in donations to help the local community. We're also giving back to the local community during this time, so some of the proceeds from our ticket sales will go right back to helping local families. We're also doing our swag bag for Christmas, so lots of fun atmosphere, lots of good vibes. So.
Okay, and is the swag bag, is this by chance the swag bag?
Yes,
yes, indeed.
Okay, what should we know about that?
So the swag bag comes with a VIP ticket purchase. Yes, and VIP tickets are only on sale until this Saturday.
Okay.
Once Saturday hits, they're gone, and then early access is going to be the only option. So the swag bag, you get freebies from local makers.
Okay.
Destiny made the bag. There's a golden ticket in a handful of them, which will get people into all 3 markets
2026.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
great. A couple lucky winners there.
Yep. We have a discount card that over half of the vendors are participating in that gets people coupon codes and discounts and freebies and stuff like that.
All right,
So
cool.
for guys like me that may have a little difficulty shopping for their special person,
Yes.
Can they get a little help?
Absolutely. We are always happy to help everyone. Actually, it probably brings us more joy than it should, but
Yeah, that's
yeah, for sure.
So what about the tickets for guys and all the other folks?
So tickets, if you want the VIP ticket, purchase before Saturday, they're $25. It definitely pays for itself. Everything in here is well over $25, that's for sure. Once that passes, we do have early access. The tickets are needed from 9 to 11. Once 11 hits, you can get them for free.
Okay.
And it is both Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And then can we get those online, or where should we go for the tickets?
Yes, marketonthemississippi.com.
Okay, perfect. Make it easy there. And so why is it so important to support local artisans, especially during this holiday season?
I think it's most important because so many small businesses in this area love to give back to the community. You don't always see that in big box stores sometimes, but it's usually from other people's donations.
Right.
So it's super important to help us help the community.
Okay.
And if you want small businesses to stick around, keep shopping this holiday season so you see them next year too.
Yeah, very important. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's like 67 cents of every dollar purchased in small businesses actually goes right back into the local community. You don't necessarily see that with big box stores, so.
For sure, able to make more of an impact.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
great. All right, well, that is coming up. We'll have that information on our website. Thank you, ladies, for being
Thank
here.
you.
this
Thanks for
morning.
having us.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
During the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. Right now, this sectional is just $29.49. Plus, get 3 years special financing. And Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
We don't want to see homeowners falling through their floors.
Certainly not.
So as the symptom goes, moisture, mildew, mold, any of that stuff.
That's bad. Wood doesn't like water. Every house that is on a crawl space needs an encapsulation.
It's so important, man. If this doesn't get done, like what happens to polite society now?
When your flooring's in jeopardy, ain't nobody safe.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
It's Hy-Vee's one-day sale, Friday, November 14th. Hy-Vee eggs, just $1.48. Pork chops, just 77 cents. Avocados, just 48 cents each. Hy-Vee canned tomatoes or tomato sauce, just 49 cents. Sara Lee honey wheat bread, just $1.99. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save in-store and online, one day only. Friday, November 14th, only at Hy-Vee.
Drive your story with a new Ram. Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram or Jeep now during the Wrap Up the Year sales event. Get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie. And get 0% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Hurry in because this offer ends December 1st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
It's the Veterans Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices plus 3-year special financing on quality mattress brands including Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Veterans Day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
Declining school enrollments often bring the worry of closures or another referendum. But there may be an alternative. Thursday at 6, a look at new legislation that could be a lifeline for struggling schools. Thursday at 6 on News 8. Beautiful, isn't it? Reminds us of why we live here. But when it comes time for this to become this, you can trust that we'll warn you first. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
There's a lot happening in your world. Get a first look from Ken and Emily on News 8 Now at 5. Rough weather ahead? Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart tracks the storms, warns you first, and keeps you safe. Every weekday right here at 5 o'clock.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A veteran is getting a lot of praise for his major act of kindness during a traffic nightmare. Richard Gray served in the U.S. Army and found himself serving his community once again, this time in the form of lobster rolls after some wintry weather stopped traffic on I-40. Gray pulled his food truck, the Bell and Buoy, over and started handing out food and water.
Last night, President Donald Trump signed a bill to end the shutdown, just a couple of hours after it was passed by the House. Hours earlier, the House passed the bill to fund the government through January 30th, giving federal workers back pay and reversing shutdown-related layoffs. The measure also included 3 year-long spending bills to fund multiple programs, including SNAP. 6 Democrats crossed party lines to vote yes. 2 Republicans voted no. President Trump blames congressional Democrats for the shutdown.
Democrats in Congress shut down the government of the United States in an attempt to extort American taxpayers for hundreds of billions of dollars.
House Speaker Mike Johnson hasn't committed to a vote on extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, but House Democrats say they will keep fighting. Federal workers could start to get back pay within days, but it could take some time for full food aid to be restored for 42 million Americans receiving SNAP benefits.
Thank you, Seth. The North Community Library in La Crosse is closing its doors in June. That decision comes after facing a $175,000 budget reduction. The library will reduce hours before the June closure. Officials say they'll explore options to bring services to the north side after the building closes.
Libraries are not just buildings, they are services, they are people, they are resources, and they are connection. And we can do those things effectively outside of our building.
The city will decide the building's future once the location closes.
This gets this California kid a little bit on the happier side when you're seeing conditions beyond the milder. We're getting to near to above seasonal average temperatures with increasing temperatures possibly as we go through the weekend. Holding on to highs for Thursday where we're looking at widespread 50s in your forecast to near 60 degrees. We'll carry over into tomorrow where we see widespread 60s possible with sunnier skies, breezy nighttime winds carrying over to your Saturday, which will be breezy as well, but milder conditions will ensue. Much colder on Sunday with rainfall chances starting to gradually pick up as we go into next week.
All right, yes, happy to see a little bit mildening up, warming up a little bit. Great, thank you, Art. Thank you for waking up with us. We will see you back here at noon.